I still remember the day she cried behind the mango tree. Not loud crying, the quiet kind. The kind someone does when they already know no one will change their mind. In our village, people say love can grow later. First comes marriage, then the feelings will follow. That is what the elders always say. Her name was Ada. Ada and I grew up on the same street. I wasn't her best friend, but I saw things. In a small place like ours, you see more than people think. When Ada turned 23, the talks started. Her mother would sit outside in the evening with the other women. They would talk about prices in the market, about church, about whose daughter was getting married next. One day I heard her mother say it. 3 girls younger than Ada are already married. Everyone went quiet for a moment. Then one woman said, "Time is moving." After that, the pressure became real. Ada started getting visitors she didn't ask for. Men came with their parents. Some were polite. Some talked like they were inspecting a goat in the market. They asked if she could cook, if she could wake early, if she respected elders. No one asked if she was happy. One evening, she sat near the mango tree behind her house. I was passing by. That was when I saw her crying. I asked, "Are you okay?" She wiped her face fast and said, "I'm fine." But then she laughed a little and said something I never forgot. "I think everyone is choosing my life except me." A month later, a man named Emeka came. He lived in the city. People said he had a stable job. He came with his uncle and older sister. They brought drinks and cola nuts. The families talked for hours. Ada sat quietly beside her mother the whole time. When they asked her if she agreed, she didn't say yes right away. She just nodded slowly. After they left, the compound was full of celebration. Her mother was smiling for the first time in weeks. People said Ada was lucky. He works in Lagos. He has his own place. God has remembered your family. But when I saw Ada the next morning, she looked tired. Not sad exactly, just tired. Preparations moved very fast after that. Tailors came, food lists were written, relatives started arriving from other towns. Ada spent most days helping with the planning. One afternoon I asked her, "Do you like him?" She thought about it for a long time. Then she said, "I don't know him." That was the honest truth. The wedding day came with music and dancing. People filled the compound. There was jollof rice, goat meat, and loudspeakers playing high-life music. Ada looked beautiful in her dress, but I kept thinking about the girl crying under the mango tree. During the ceremony, Emeka held her hand. He looked nervous but kind. When the pastor asked if they agreed to be husband and wife, they both said yes, and just like that, their new life started. A few months passed. Ada moved to Lagos. We didn't hear much at first. That is normal. New brides are busy adjusting. Then one December, she came back for Christmas. I saw her again near the same mango tree. This time, she wasn't crying. She was holding a small bag of oranges. She saw me and smiled. I asked the question everyone was curious about. How is married life? She sat down and shrugged. At first, it felt like living with a stranger, she said. I was scared to talk too much. He was also quiet. But then she told me something small. One night, the electricity went out. It happens often in Lagos. They both sat outside because the room was too hot. They started talking. Just normal things. Childhood stories, food they liked, how both of them were also pressured by their families. Emeka told him he also felt forced to marry quickly. I thought you were the one who wanted this, she told him. He laughed and said, I thought the same about you. After that night, things slowly changed. They started cooking together sometimes. They argued about silly things. They learned each other's habits. It wasn't like the love stories people see in movies, but something real was growing. Before she left the village again, she said something that reminded me of an old story my grandmother used to tell. In the story, 2 people were tied together by a rope and forced to walk the same road. At first, they kept pulling away from each other, but after many miles, they learned to walk at the same pace. Ada said, maybe love can grow, but I still wish someone had asked what I wanted before everything started. Then she smiled again, not the tired smile from before, a calm one. Even now, when people talk about arranged marriages in the village, I always remember Ada, not just the wedding, but the girl crying quietly behind the mango tree. Because sometimes love grows later, but the pressure people carry before that, most people never see it.